In today's episode of Lacuna Uprising, we will discuss with Kristina, a QiGong Master, how she naturally started to approach her clients differently after her journey with Alchemy Delights seed cycling bars and gaining a greater understanding of cycle syncing. We'll discuss how practitioners can incorporate the knowledge from cycle syncing within their practice. So our guest today is Kristina Timchenko. She is a Qigong practitioner and healer with a passion for guiding women in activating their sensuality. She is going to share with us how she combines the practice of Qigong with the knowledge from cycle syncing to awaken the sacred feminine energy within her clients. So hi, Kristina. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi.
Can you explain, with a few words, what Qigong is?
As my master says, the Qigong is the simple knowledge of life. Qigong for life, not life for Qigong. And it's the simple knowledge about how to manage the energy, how to connect with the energy of the universe, how to connect with the energy of the earth. In ancient time, the people was naturally practicing Qigong, connecting with the nature, going to the woods, receiving the energy from the trees, from the water, from the elements. And Qigong is activating our energy. We're learning special practices that helping to activate vital energy within the body, which strengthens our physical body and our mental health too. And at the same time, developing our spirit, our wisdom, connection with the whole universe where we're living in.
Can you tell us how you started to combine your Qigong practice with the knowledge from cycle syncing? How did you kind of combine the two things?
Yeah, so at the beginning, I find out that so many women, they depend on the cycle naturally, and so many women, they still not fully aware that they being affected by the cycle, natural cycle of us. And when I teach Qigong in my class, I found out that each class, which I have every week, have different impact on women, different effects. Even I'm teaching different, the same exercises. And so I find out that, oh, wow. So their practice of Qigong is the result of the practice is really depend on their cycle. So I start to adjust Qigong exercise because there's a lot of them, bunch of them, with their cycle. So I sense the group and I feel like, okay, so now most of the women in that cycle, so I'm gonna give that special exercises to help them to boost their energy, to balance, and to calm down if they need so, or just, for example, meditation, just silent practices. Yeah, it depends. And Qigong really give a strong impact on the cycle thinking and also understanding how our within us, it's easy to navigate us. It's easy to know which practice to do in the morning, which practice to do in the evening or in the afternoon. And it's so interesting. I'm still researching this each class like deeper and deeper. And yeah, I think it's a new way of thinking that giving a beautiful impact on women, on us, which help us to come back to balance more quickly than like 10 years before, even a year ago. I think now even more, most of the women become more and more aware about the cycle and they start to get to know cycle thinking more and more and taking your bars and practicing qigong and meditation at the same time, I see that women's mind become more peaceful, more harmony, and which brings happiness, natural feeling of being happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you told me recently that you started, guiding women and activating their sensuality. Um, so how do you mesh the two? Um, like in an individual kind of setting, like if you have someone in a healing session, how would you kind of combine the two?
So first of all, when my client come to me, if it's the new client, so I'm asking what is her cycle right now.
Nice.
And it makes sense because then I can easily navigate the healing session in a better way, in the best way, in the easiest way for her right now, or she's bleeding, or she's like on the top of her energy activation within her body. And so it's easy to suggest something for her in that week and give her advices for the next week and 2 weeks, which I found out the results of healing sessions become even better. Wow. Because while she's aware what's going on with her body, she's like, oh yeah, actually, yes, that's how I feel. That's how I felt last week. That's how I feel now. It makes sense. And so I'm bringing the right knowledge that I'm session, combining this with the cycle, and the healing much faster, and the hormones coming to balance much quicker, which is amazing, amazing. It's just to get to know this simple knowledge about cycle thinking, about their cycles, make a very strong, beautiful impact on their lives and their health.
So combining these two ancient practices, you've noticed that women kind of get more benefits from combining these two,
Yes.
this knowledge from these practices.
Yes.
Which is actually, I just realized, because actually cycle syncing is found in traditional Chinese medicine. So
Well,
it would make sense, Qigong, it would make sense that it kind of goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
yeah. And yeah, as you said, in ancient time, people that time, they knew that. They was living by cycle thinking, just we got lost all this knowledge.
Yep.
And now we're rejuvenating, like we reliving this knowledge and bringing them to the modern life, to their women in this lifetime, to reminding them about that is actually something very natural, and which is what is more natural. It's easy to navigate. It's not something plastic. It's natural. While we're tapping into our nature, we easy coming back to our full potential power, and the life become much easier, easy to manifest things around.
If we kind of harness the energy from our cycle, um, things become easier. And this is something that I tell my clients all the time. And life just becomes a lot easier. Tasks become a lot easier when you tap into that energy within your cycle, right? Um, so you actually had the opportunity to try the Alchemy Delights seed cycling bars for a few months. And I was wondering from a Qigong master, from your perspective, just how was that experience for you, and how beneficial do you think it is for a woman to have that nutrition within her life?
like in my own experience, just because I'm practicing Qigong more than 20 years, and my just to sense everything is so high, so I can easily feel what I'm eating, what type of food is it, what type of frequency in that food. And so when I requested to try your bars, seed bars, I felt like even now you're reminding me, and I remember that time. It brings so much strength and power, like my energy, my blood, my hormones, and they're really full. They can say that first of all, they're healthy, very healthy and strong, and they're giving strong, beautiful impact on our physical body, our energy flow within the body. If you felt kind of anxious and uncomfortable, and you start taking this seed bars, you immediately feel that power within you to navigate yourself. Your hormones become more balanced, so you can easily manage yourself, your life, your emotions, which is the most important, because while we out of control our emotions, you know that bringing bad impact on us and bringing bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
So this bars for me brought me strength. So I realized that also my healing sessions became even more powerful, because while you're eating even one bar, you don't need to eat a lot of like other food, because it's already have a lot of things in one bar with your energy, your blood, your mind. So you don't need to take like a lot of other food. This is just to not forget drink enough water, as we all know.
Yeah, they're quite dense. They're quite filling, aren't they? So actually something that I wanted to ask as well, like when you have clients and you're kind of working with them, what's a common challenge that you encounter helping women? Because I see it in my business. I see this reoccurring theme with women that this forgotten knowledge, right, of what seed cycling, what cycle syncing does is kind of reconnecting to this knowledge. And what is something, because I know that you work with a lot of women, is that a theme that you see with your clients as well? Like, what's the biggest challenge you encounter when you help women kind of, because you're learning how to reconnect to their sensuality as well, right? You've decided to learn more about women's sort of sexuality and whatnot.
So yeah, good question. So the challenges that I found out, still so many women are still not fully aware and not fully trust energy things, this like miracles, and also even the things that they're taking in, even they eating these bars. You should believe, because we've been struggling a lot to not believe. We're losing like trust. And this is bringing the boundaries to open up yourself, fully trust. When we fully trust the process, trust the healer, the doctor, natural doctor, natural medicine doctor. So the result of healing is much faster. So the challenge was that, oh wow, it's also the knowledge how to help her to believe again, and help her, especially for women who has hormone disbalance in the body, extra weight. So it takes time and few healing sessions to be able to open her up, to activate her heart, her sensuality, to trust, to believe. And then the healing sessions work much more powerful. And with the seed bars, they like immediately, like if she's still blocked, it's hard to put something inside, deep inside, to start to grow. So that main thing that they should follow the advices. That's important to help women to trust, to understand, to find that right language to talk to them, and especially about sensuality. Many women, the world being her natural sexuality and natural sexual energy flow. And if the sexual energy is blocked within the body, we know that immediately the hormones, they cannot function well, which because she has the blockages in her mind about not being herself, being her full, living her full potential, express her healthy sexuality. So it's the challenge is how to navigate this computer, her mind, to trust, to relax. While I see that finally the energy is moving, so it will activate her sexual energy. And because sexual energy is the most strongest energy within the body that can almost heal everything. It's our transcendental energy and other religions, they call it Kundalini. And yeah, so I find out that I start to do the healing sessions with gentle massages, just relaxing massages, because relaxing the woman, then the energy start to flow, and then she open up like a flower, so it's easy then to go deeper and to bring her the right wisdom and knowledge in cells into her body. So then she starts to heal faster, and being the awakening process starts much faster.
And so as a Qigong healer, you can kind of sense these blockages within her. You can kind of sense this energy.
Yes, I've been doing this for 15 years. So now it's much easier to sense. When I started, definitely I was learning how to feel, where to feel. And just because I'm doing a lot of meditations, and the simple meditation, just sitting quiet, bringing quiet into my mind. So while I'm getting myself into a calm and quiet state of mind, from that point of view, it's easy to see what's going on inside the body. Where is that blockages in my hands? Just because I've been doing a lot of massages for the last 15 years and do healing sessions, so my hands become so sensitive. So my fingers, my hands feel where is the blockages, which part, or it's the liver, or it's the stomach, or it's throat, or it's womb, blockages on the feet. Last 6 months, I found out that my healing session starts from the feet, because they're the main blockages that blocking all the energy flow, because our feet, like in Chinese medicine, we know there is the kidneys and bladder meridians, which connect with our womb, with our potential power. So it's important to unblock that channel, so the energy will start to flow inside the body and going up and activate other organs that's controlling the hormone in the body, and also in various splits. While we unblocking our feet, massaging our feet, we reconnecting the physical body with the energy of the earth. So then while the energy of the earth can easily enter the body because the channels are open, so the body starts to heal much faster. We're becoming weak and unhealthy because we disconnected from the earth and from the universe. While we connected fully, like three of us, like the earth, the human being, and the universe. We need to reconnect these three. So then we become one with the universe, with the earth. So we become infinite. Power of Mother Earth is flowing within us. The power of the universe is flowing within us because the channels are open to receive. So then we become 100% healthy and strong and in our full potential power. So that's what Qigong do. That's what I'm teaching. That's what I'm giving to people, to connect them with the universe and the Mother Earth. So then while they tap into this electromagnetic field, while they feel the energy of the universe and the energy of the earth, they immediately start to feel like, oh, wow, I feel myself much more powerful. Wow, I feel more energy. I start to navigate my life, eat healthier, do healthy things, right things, become more productive. And plus, you're making much more powerful all this process. So it's like it's together. It should work always, because while we do the healing, also be aware what we putting inside our mouths, what we're putting inside our body, because make very strong impact as well. Putting the right thing, especially to balance our cycle, our hormones. The seed bars, they're helping so quick. I can say so quick, because you've been downloading all this information for each week, specifically each ingredient. You've been meditating a lot to be able to understand, to find out what be for this week, what type of seeds should be in that week. And I feel it when I try it. I was so magnetized. I was so wonder and happy to know this tool exists now in the planet, because it's gonna help women to stay healthier and in balance, and to navigate her life.
You might get the nutritional aspect, but you also get like the knowledge that comes with it just by looking at the calendar or looking at what's on the bar. So
and the energy that you put inside of each bar, that the energy, your intention, because I know how conscious you are when you're making them. Because I know Rachel, I know you for like 2 years, and you're a very powerful woman who connected for Earth. And it's not just the food, it's divine food, divine nutrition.
Well,
I cannot say that that's just like market thing. No, you cannot find it anywhere. It's unique. That's what you're doing. It's so unique.
And I think,
and helping is my clients to help them.
I think the benefit that you got to try these bars is that you're so in tuned to energy and you're so sensitive to it. So it's nice to see that perspective. To the average woman, they eat it and they don't, they might not connect as deeply to the energetics of it. But they know that the nutrition is the nutrition they need. And nutrition is energy, isn't it? I mean, we're all talking about the same thing, but it's an honor that you've tried these and that you've felt the energy that's being transmitted, the nutrition, if you will. So I wanted to ask you, as I will be asking all of my guests, is a question that I've asked myself as I've developed Alchemy Delights. And as I've learned about cycle syncing, I've imagined just how the ripple effect that this method can have on a society. And I often ask, my clients or the women that I speak with, imagine if we had this knowledge growing up, at 13, 14. So, in your opinion, how do you believe society could change when more women, more young girls know about the knowledge from cycle syncing, which means they know more about themselves? So this is a question that I often dream about, that I imagine. But from your perspective, your opinion, how do you think this method could affect a society?
That's definitely gonna bring a beautiful impact globally on women and girls. I see it from the energy perspective, from the communications, even. Well, she will be about her own body, the body that she's, and to navigate this body, this mind, because cycle thinking, it's a new way of thinking, and which will help her to navigate herself, to know which day she should relax more, which day she'll have more energy to deal with life, with her social life. And like I see globally that it will bring more harmony and peace all around the world. The whole world will become more peaceful, more in harmony, because we know if the woman, she's disbalanced, if she's not in a peaceful state inside, one woman can affect like people around her even without talking, because we spark the energy, all the energy, and while inside is messed up, she sparked the same thing, and this energy, this balanced energy, can affect people around us. That's where we're living now. I cannot say that now we're living in paradise, not yet, but that's what we are doing here every day, doing our own work, our mission. I have my mission, Rachel have her mission, you have your mission, and to develop this knowledge, to share this knowledge about cycle thinking, I see that the whole humanity will rise because we will be more conscious. The communication will become more conscious, more in harmony, less fightings between people in the family and between men and women, and communication with the kids, because while a woman knows she's using cycle thinking, she will easily communicate with her child in different ways, because she will be fully aware how she's feeling now and how to deal with that thoughts that she have, with that mood. And at the same time, while the woman is while she will be aware, she can easily explain to around her that, hey, I'm aware about that now, I'm in this cycle, I'm in this mood, just so you know, let's take it easy. I can be kind of anxious on the fighting mode, so like let's have a little bit distance, or I need cuddling, or I need more hugs today. And so the women will bring more awareness, and I would say to navigate the connections with people around her. Yeah, I think it's a cycle thinking, it's wisdom type of thing.
Beautifully said. I think that's definitely communication can absolutely improve the more women know this method, know this knowledge. I think that's a really good perspective on how it can change a society. So just to wrap things up, how can people get a hold of you if they wanted to book a session with you, if they wanted to join your class, your weekly class, or have a one-on-one healing? Where can they find you, and how can they go about booking a session?
Yeah, I do have my professional Instagram page.
Okay.
It's called I Heart QiGong. Yes, I think we can post it.
Yep, I'll include it I'll include a link.
Yes.
Below.
Yeah, this is the easiest way. So
Okay.
put the link of my QiGong Instagram page, and there you can find my calendar called Calendly, where find the most comfortable time for you to book a session with me, the diagnostic or the healing session or massage. Mm-hmm.
And if they wanted to join your weekly class, how would they would go through your Instagram as well? Or?
Yeah, and they can send a text message about I'm interested in QiGong class, more information. Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, I will include that link below the video. And I just wanted to thank you, Kristina. Thank you so much for being my guest, my first guest, in fact, on Lacuna Uprising. I'll include the link to your Instagram below.
Yes, thank you so much for this. I hope, and I'm sure it will make a good impact on women to know about this more deeper, get interested in cycle thinking. And I believe in this project, and it's an important beginning. Then we have to share this more and more and more and do more podcasts. We will choose like cycles, the main subject, and we will develop it to share it more knowledge, what's going on in the world. And yeah, it's good to do podcasts.
Absolutely. I think, well, that's my main objective is to share and spread this knowledge as far as possible.
Yeah, it's important.
And
it's important. Yeah.
I'm thrilled that you've kind of brought that into your practice as well, and that you've taken a different approach with your clients, and you've sort of integrated the knowledge, these two ancient knowledge, qigong and cycle syncing, and being able to bring that to your clients, I think, is a really, really special gift that you have. It's unique. It's something unique that you can offer your client. And
yeah, and they're so lucky now to have me and you, and to understand this cycle can deliver it to them, which will make a beautiful impact on their lives.
Absolutely.
Because so many women struggling with to not be able to navigate herself.
Absolutely.
And that was bring suffering into her body and into her mind. While we're suffering, we're stuck. The life is not going. We don't feel the life. So it's kind of our responsibility to share this knowledge to help our sisters to rise.
Absolutely.
Again.
And on that note, again, thank you so much. And perhaps I'll have you again at a later date. Thank you, Kristina.
Thank you, Rachel. Bye.